let's talk about size of company though, because certainly across, especially for cell and gene, our readership and perhaps even today in the audience, we have various size companies joining us in reading cell and gene. So Steve, how have you seen the CDMO landscape adapt to accommodate the growing diversity of modalities, particularly for small and mid-sized companies, cell and gene therapy companies?
Yeah, so I think there's been a big adaptation. So even like for full service CDMOs, especially when we're looking for small and medium companies, they're routinely offering pretty much everything under the sun now. So process development, the QC analytics, the GMP manufacturing, the clinical supply chain, regulatory services, the starting material development. And even like doing custom process software. So that's a big shift from we'll just make your batches. And it's a need for these smaller and emerging biopharmas because they don't have the internal capability yet to do the stuff in-house. So I've seen that as a big evolution, but I've also seen from more specialists and disruptors in the space. So you've got like vector-only shops that do that extremely well, and now there's an overabundance of vector in the market. And then you've got like cell therapy-only shops that really specialize in cell therapies and gene therapy shops. But then you've got like these cool automation players and IDMOs now, like Solaris. So like Ori Biotech, Militini, on the automation side as well, but they're all providing these like closed, automated, robotic-enabled platforms that are really highly scalable, and they're something that you can start from phase one in a cost-effective way and scale out all the way to commercial. So that's a big change, and it's very specific for the needs of the growing market. So I think one of the things that we looked at with like some of the leading CDMOs is what is actually their customer base. I think it was 80 to 90% of their customers are actually small and emerging biopharma, as opposed to the big pharma clients. So it's they need to tailor their services for those players more than anyone else.
Yeah, absolutely. That's a really interesting stat too. Mike, let me get your take on this. You know, speaking of specialization or even consolidation, do you expect those two things to dominate over the next, handful of years here, for the relationship between CGT and CDMO?
So, in terms of specialization or consolidation is a different thing, right? So I'm actually seeing both. Like we see a lot of consolidation in the CDMO industry. I think that has to do with markets, right? But I think that specialization is really important. I agree with everything Steve said. I'm not interested in the way it used to be. It's a big plant that can make my product, and my product's like everybody else's product, a standard biologic that uses, bioreactors and chromatography, right? Everybody knows how to do that. But with cell therapy and the fact that these are coming out of academia, we don't know enough about the science in general. I think specialization becomes super critical, even for the big players. I know people at very largest biotechs in the world that have the same issues that the small guys have, trying to figure out lot release strategies or control strategy or regulatory strategies, right? This also has to do with data management and the like. We talked about earlier about how we're seeing a lot of change in the CDMO space with regards to automation and data systems. Well, that all feeds into that speciality, and then focusing on early stage customers, because that's not only where the market and the science is, but the big players in general, they want $500 million drugs on day one. And when you're in a modality like, I use cell therapy as an example because gene therapy is a little different, but at least for cell therapy, the question of the science is settled. Everybody knows the science will work, but the question is, can you execute? Can you supply a market? Is it a business? And sure. That's what the developers are looking for in CDMOs. Can we make this commercialized? We know we can cure cancer, for example, or autoimmune disease, but can we cure it consistently across an entire market? Can we bring this in with a cost of goods that makes it a viable product? That's where your CDMO comes to help you, because if you were to insource this all yourself, you're putting in, as we know, a giant investment on a promise. I would rather leverage the CDMO early phase and get them up to speed and supply the market there to de-risk. So specialization is key, but we're also seeing consolidation across the CDMO landscape.